it don't change. If I had it my way, you would know that you are. You're the coffee that I need in the morning. You're my sunshine in the rain when it's pouring. Won't you give yourself to me? Give it up.
What up, LNM Nation? It's your girl Lefty.
And it's me, Lika.
And today we're doing
a seafood boil.
It's a mukbang.
It's a mukbang boil. Y'all, we got some good. Oh, we got salad. What else we got there?
We got crab legs.
I got shrimp because Tasha don't eat shrimp.
We got chicken.
We got sausages. I got an egg on the side because I've seen people be doing mukbangs with eggs on the side, like the seafood boil, so I want to try it out. And then I have some of my garlic sauce. It's some garlic, butter, onions, chives, whole bunch of good up seasoning, good up for you. And then we have some Caesar salad.
Chicken Caesar.
Don't mind our drinks. The water is what's gonna be appetized. Don't mind our drinks. How we gonna? Oh, we can open it with that shirt. Anyway,
and
y'all.
we got broccoli because I love broccoli.
Yeah, Tasha wanted broccoli. So let's get started. Let's get started.
It's gonna make a mess.
Salad.
Chicken Caesar.
So the topic today we're gonna be talking about is the way we met.
Yes, the first.
Or should we talk about how it led us up to here? Like,
we can do a little bit of both. We got a lot of food to cover.
if we're gonna eat over this.
I am. I love salad. And I love seafood.
Okay, y'all. So it started off in 2015? 2014. 2015.
Yeah.
Right?
No, we met 2014.
It was 2014 because then we went through New Year's. So it started off in 2014. June 2014.
Yeah.
When is Pride?
June.
So New York's Pride is the last Sunday in June every single year. So it was about a week before then. Basically, I wrote a status. I guess, well, you can start off basically how you knew you had me on Facebook and things like that, because you claimed that you was watching me on Facebook before that.
Honestly, I don't know how we became friends on Facebook, but we was friends, and I used to see her statuses because she was with some other girl. Not gonna name names.
Yuck.
But
We should be petty.
and then, she was with this other girl, and I would just see her statuses and her pictures or whatever. So one time,
walked open.
I can't eat. I have problems. I can't eat.
Oh, we didn't get something from. It's okay. I'm gonna just write it on the table and clean it up when we finish.
So she wrote a status, was like, who wants to come to my sister's 8th? No, it was her. No, before that.
No, because my birthday's after Pride.
Oh yeah. So she was like, who wants to link for Pride? So I was planning on going, and I had nobody to go with. So I was like, I liked it, or whatever the case may be, and
I said inbox me.
she was like, inbox me. So I was like, I don't know what I said, honestly. Maybe I was like
copy or something like that.
I was like, I don't know what I said in the inbox, but basically I was just like, I want to go with you. And she was like, no flopping, blah blah blah. So I was like, nah, no, for real. Here's my number, or she gave me her number, and I texted that number when I was going to Pride. No response the whole Pride.
She lying.
You got drool all on you.
It's mad good, like, y'all. I know how to throw on some seafood. My seafood is so seasoned, but it's not salty.
I swear to this day, I got no response. So I think that year I went with, I don't know who I went with.
Probably one of her teens.
I think I know who I went with, but I'm not gonna name names.
I don't know who you went with.
Anyway, you know who, but you probably just don't know what. But anyway, I went with that person, and we didn't get there till late. Like, we didn't get there till like 6 o'clock. So, like I said, I was messaging her, no response. So after Pride done passed or whatever, I guess we was still talking. But I wasn't. I don't know. Okay, you're bad. I got sensitive teeth, so this is hard.
When you ended up?
What happened after Pride? Like,
My boyfriend We didn't hit each other back up or nothing like that. But then my birthday is July 25th. Hers is the 15th. I didn't know that. So she had a birthday celebration in a hotel. But it wasn't really all over Facebook, so I didn't know she was having it or somewhere went. Then my birthday came around, I was supposed to be having a hotel party. Well, the key is, I wasn't turning 18, I was turning 17.
But
So no hotels would take me.
Her whole status was like,
oh shit. I see why people eating it.
It was like, who wants to come to town? My hotel party
For my 18th birthday.
for her 18th birthday. So I think I liked it as well. And then she inboxed it to me, and for some reason I don't know why I didn't go.
I didn't have them. My friend died.
Yeah, she didn't end up having it.
My friend passed, and I just was going through a grieving moment, so I decided to cancel the whole thing and didn't really do nothing for my birthday.
So I guess we started inboxing each other, and then she was having, so one of her friends was having like a beach party at Coney Island. So she was like, "Oh, come with me. It's gonna be lit. Blah blah blah." So knowing me, I don't like Brooklyn, honestly. Like, not saying I don't like it. I don't know Brooklyn.
Those sausages and that sauce by itself. I hate when my hands are dirty, but oh man.
So she was like, "Oh, meet me at Coney." So Coney Island, from where I live with my mom in Queens, was far as hell. Especially on the F train, that shit was like, it was like 40 something stop, more than that. So I was like, all right, bet I'll meet you. So I think at that time she lived like 3 stops away. 3 stops or 4 stops
From Coney Island?
Yeah.
It was about 7, 8.
All right, so I'm hungry. So she lived a little bit of stops.
A little bit of stuff.
So away from Coney. So I was like, all right, I'll let you know when I'm home. So I let her. She was like, oh, no problem. I'll be there way before you. Blah blah blah.
I'm still lying about where I'm at.
So I texted her when I was close, and she was like, oh, I'll be there in 2 stops.
I was like 10 stops away.
So I'm like, all right. So I'm standing out there looking stupid. Like, I knew what she looked like for FaceTime and stuff like that, but
she didn't know.
I didn't know what she looked like. She could have been a catfish. So I'm looking at everybody that's coming from the train station. Everybody. So finally, like almost an hour later, I see somebody pointing at me from across the street.
That was my little sister.
She was mad loud. So she was like, there she goes, she goes. So I'm smiling. My heart like, oh my God.
Voice is mad loud.
This is about to be awkward. So,
Oh, wait.
Can you stop interrupting me?
Go ahead.
So finally she comes, and I'm shy
as all hell.
Like,
Quite shy, y'all.
And this girl, all she kept doing was, why are you so quiet? Why are you so quiet? Why are you so quiet? Like, the whole night.
So I'm not used to a quiet female. I'm used to a female sweating me, or used to a female just like having fun and turning up. She was just so quiet, and you asked her something, it was just like a shrug, and it's so quiet.
Let me tell you guys, I'm thinking it's a beach party, so it's gonna be mad people. Like, it's gonna be dancing. Like, it's not gonna be awkward. It was nobody there. It was like 4 people. The people she came with.
People was wild fake for not showing up for her.
But I was like,
we came out and showed love. If you watch our video, you know who we talking about.
It was just nobody there. So and then everybody the whole night kept calling me her girlfriend. So we looking at each other like
that's not my girlfriend.
That's not my girlfriend. Like, it was so awkward because it's like, yeah, we just meeting and stuff, but what do you say to people that's saying, oh, it's your girlfriend? Like, it was awkward.
Okay, so basically, after that, I didn't know whether we was going to see each other again or not, because she was just so quiet, I couldn't really read her. I didn't know what was going on. I'm not used to talking with my mouth full, y'all, so if food falling out of my mouth while I'm drooling, don't mind me. But, what you eating? Sausage? Yeah, that shit. Ooh, I got a potty mouth. I got to work on being YouTube friendly and family friendly, but, yeah. I was just like, I couldn't read her. I didn't know what was going through her mind. Whether she thought I was ugly, whether she thought I was a catfish.
Let me tell y'all, this girl met me skinned out, no clothes barely on. And I'm looking at her like,
you knew from my Facebook pictures I didn't like clothes.
I was like, we're going to have to change that.
Well, my weight gain now, that's the only reason why I'm wearing clothes, but If I didn't gain weight, I would have still been skinned out.
But go ahead, keep going.
Anyway, so yeah, I didn't know whether we was gonna see each other again. Should we go into details? That brings us up to where we're at now. We should go into details. Yeah, let's go into details. Tasha don't like these details. But anyway, she was just really quiet. So when I got home, she still wasn't home. So like she didn't get home till like 2 hours. I got home 2 hours after I got home. So basically, I was like, I'm not gonna text her. I'm gonna wait for her to text me. Then I was like, you know what, I'm gonna text her. So I texted her, and I think it was on like Jamaica Avenue or something like that. No, you said that you was on the. I think you took a cab after the train.
That was the way. She told me how to take the other way, so I had to take the long F way. I think I took like the.
It don't matter.
Anyway.
She just got home quicker than she would normally because she took a new route. So after that, we were like chatting up, still FaceTime. You know, the normal us. We would like fall asleep on the phone on FaceTime. Like when I said fall asleep. I kept continuously asking this girl, when we gonna meet each other next? When we gonna see each other next? When we gonna see each other next? I don't know. You gotta let me know. You know, I'm all the way in Queens. You gotta let me know. And I'm like, all right. Maybe like 2 months after. Maybe 2-3 months after. No. If it was June, July, we met in August.
I think after that we didn't see each other. No.
We didn't see each other for like.
We was at Brandy house though.
Hold on.
That's
Yeah,
after?
can I tell my story?
Oh,
Yeah, that's after.
oh, I'm bad with
That was
times.
all the way with New Year's and Moise's birthday. So basically, we didn't see each other. I'm just constantly asking her when we gonna see each other. When we gonna see each other. So I'm starting to think this girl playing me. I'm already getting in my feelings. I'm just like, yo, like we talk to each other every day faithfully. If I post somebody, she gets upset. I can't talk to nobody. She's setting those boundaries, telling me I can't talk to nobody. All this, that, etc. So I'm like, if you jacking in, I'm yours. You better do something about it. Like, she wasn't trying to do nothing about it. I'm like, all right. So, maybe like 3-4 months after we had met, we wound up planning something. So I was like, I was still in high school at this time, y'all. I was like, once I get out of school, we gonna go to the all-you-can-eat buffet. So it was me, a girl that I used to call my twin, and my little sister. We was all supposed to go with her. So after I get out of school, I'm calling Tasha. No answer.
I don't remember that still to this day.
Nope, don't say nothing.
I'm just telling you.
I'm still calling her. Calling her. Tasha not answering her phone. So I'm like, all right. I'm like, I'm still going. I'm like, I got my mindset on this all-you-can-eat buffet. Y'all with him? Yeah, you gonna leave her?
Else, another like.
So this girl I used to date, Morning said hit her up. And she was like, just hit her up. She lived on Church Avenue anyway. We was on Church Avenue. She was like, she lived on Church Avenue anyway. Me and this girl have no chemistry together. We dated literally for about a week. And after that week, she wound up getting locked up. So it was just like, it was nothing. Like literally nothing. So she went with us or whatever. Now my little sister, when she was younger, she was really overprotective of me. So if anybody tried to play me or she felt like anybody was acting funny, she straight up blagging on you. I mean, she like real young. Because as of right now, she's 18. So she was like real young at that time. So I'm just like, you know what, whatever. So we get to the all-you-can-eat buffet or whatever. I'm still calling Tasha. Meanwhile, I'm with this AG or whatever. I'm calling Tasha. No answer. No answer. So I'm like, all right. We wound up not going to the all-you-can-eat buffet because people that I was with didn't have monies, and I had enough to feed me, my friend, and my little sister, but I didn't have enough for everybody else. So we so happened to look across the street, and there was a Popeyes. The person that I was with stated that they wasn't eating, but you know the Chinese buffets, they don't do that. They don't want you just sitting at the table if you're not eating because you can slip food in their mouth and technically you're still eating their food. Excuse me. So we wound up going to Popeyes, and I wound up just paying for everybody for Popeyes. I don't mind, you know. My little sister and the girls arguing the whole time. She's like, I don't even like you. I don't even know why I like you. Like, she is mad mean. She's like, you mad annoying. Like, shut up. I don't like you. And they going back and forth calling each other bro. And just going in on each other. So I'm like, y'all childish as hell. So, long story short, we get home. I'm still trying to call Tasha, no answer. Right when I'm about to go to bed. This broccoli banging, y'all. Right when I'm about to go to bed, Tasha's like, sorry, babe. My phone had broke.
I remember this.
Tasha knew my number by heart. Sorry. You told me because you was mad at me because I didn't know your number by heart. You like, we call each other every day. I know your number by heart. It took me like until our second year in our relationship to freaking learn her number. I swear to God, I'm so bad with numbers. I should have made some more sausages. But, yeah.
If anybody knows me back then, I had a new phone like every other week. Like my phone was always breaking. I can't deal with a cracked screen. So if that's the case, it probably was true. Like I can't deal with a cracked screen.
I think she was with another female. Anyway.
If anybody out there, if y'all was dating me around that time, or if I was seeing you around that time, make sure you hit her up and tell her because I don't believe it. You want proof?
Yeah, pull up those receipts.
Let's pull up the receipt.
Pull up those receipts, sis. But anyway, so I'm dead not talking to you right now. Like I'm dead mad. You had me waiting around, standing outside, stupid, trying to figure out what to do. I wanted to see you. Haven't seen you in like 6 months, and your excuse is you don't have time for nothing else but work. This is what sis hit me with. I'm not ready for a relationship. I'm all about my money in school. And if it's not about my money in school, I don't care about it. This is what sis hit me with. I wish I had those text messages. Yo. I got so angry, I felt like throwing my phone. I'm in the bathroom, and I just started crying because I wasted like 6 months of my life with this girl. Chatting over social media, thinking it was going to go somewhere. So I'm like, you know what? Whatever. She's like, yeah, whatever. She like, stop texting my phone. So I was like, ooh! I was like, stop texting your phone? I was like, you don't gotta tell me twice, whatever. And I dead started crying. I was so mad I wanted to fight, son. If I knew where she lived at, I would have fought her.
Little old me?
Big old you, bitch.
Oh, you too friendly.
So then, we ain't talk for like, this is where it's about to get sensitive. We didn't talk for maybe like a month and a half, maybe 2 months, and then you can tell what happened.
It's crazy how this is October. But, so, around this time that she's talking about...
your grandfather's sweater.
No.
Aww. Alright, go ahead.
So, around that time that she's talking about,
this is our hand wiping rag. Y'all don't judge us. There's food on here. Go ahead.
Around the time she's talking about...
I left out a part, but go ahead.
I was going through a lot, like, family problems.
So what's up?
It's no excuse. But my grandfather was in and out the hospital. Like, my grandfather, since I was a baby, he was in a wheelchair. He got shot. Back when it was like racism and all that, a white man shot him. It sounds funny, but it's not funny. But he shot him in the butt. So he's been paralyzed from the waist down ever since I was, even way before I was born.
I'm living his best life.
So, he had a lot of, as he got older, he had a lot of medical problems. And this is around the time that she's talking about. Like, he was in and out the hospital, breaking bones and not knowing because he couldn't feel anything. So, he went into Jamaica Hospital, which I do not, if you're from New York, do not go to Jamaica Hospital. He went to Jamaica Hospital with a broken hip. That's it. A broken hip. They was telling him a whole bunch of different stuff that was wrong with him.
Come on, baby, you're about to cry.
No, I'm not. Stop. So they were just telling him a whole bunch of stuff that was wrong with him, and my grandma wasn't jacking it. So my whole family, like my mom, my dad, my grandparents, everybody used to work at Long Island Jewish. In Manhasset, and my mom worked at North too. But my grandma sent him to Long Island Jewish, and they treated him for the broken hip and everything, and he was fine. Then maybe a month later, I felt like he was just losing his mind. He wasn't himself. So everybody was just like, what's wrong with him? Like, he's not himself. So they took him to Jamaica Hospital, and
I have to clean up the floor. Y'all making mess.
somehow he had a stroke. it wasn't like too severe, but you know, it made him because he was old. He was like 70 plus. Like he just lost his mind. Like he wasn't himself. He never, you know, got better from it.
Yeah, I had a saggy break from
Yeah, they're nasty. And then
the break from we had him sitting in the salad for 2 months. Go ahead.
I'm trying to piece the story because I never really talked about it, so I'm trying to piece it together. His health just went down, like
It's like a downwards escalator.
yeah, his heart stopped. You know, all his organs started failing. They put him in a coma, whatever the case may be.
Induced coma?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Just to see if they can control. I think at first it was his kidney that failed. So they put him in a coma, you know, see if they can, you know, get it together or whatever the case may be.
Mm-hmm.
I went to see him. Well, my sisters went to see him right before they put him in a coma. He was fine. Like he was talking. Like he was, you know, regular. I went to see him the next couple of days. He was in a coma. Like he just looked dead. Like it was like the scariest thing I ever seen. And my sister and him was really, really, really close. So I'm glad she didn't see him like that. Like she would have probably lost some marbles. But he just looked dead. And the next day or the next 2 days after, I went to work, and my uncles who don't even live in New York came to my job. So I'm looking at them like, what's wrong? They was like, Popeye passed. And when I tell you, like, my body just got loose. Like, it was just like, and I was about to hit the floor, and my uncle caught me, and he was just talking to my manager like, oh, she needs to go home. You know, her grandfather passed, whatever the case may be. So I was just in a bad state of, you know, just, I don't know, just not myself. So I was just making dumb decisions.
Let me go ahead. No, this was before.
This was
after she cut me off. So basically, she wrote off status on Facebook basically stating that her grandfather passed, and I started texting her. But mind you, this is the same girl that stated she don't want to be in a relationship. But as soon as she stopped talking to me, she started talking to another female.
Still wasn't in a relationship though.
So what? But she started talking to another female, a female that wasn't ish at that. Like, started talking to another female, and I guess the female, when she told her about the grandfather, was venting to her and things like that, she wasn't doing what I was doing. The female basically didn't care. All she cared about was herself. So Tasha realized that, and she was basically like, I can't do this. So when I seen the status that her grandfather passed, I hit her up, and I was like, I'm so sorry. Are you okay? Do you need anything? You know, I was willing to come see this girl, all that. After she violated me, made me cry, broke my heart. Once again, it's another story time, basically, about who I was with before Tasha and what led me up to being the person that I am today, because that's part of my testimony. I went through some crap with one of my exes before Tasha. And Tasha knows about this, too. That's the reason why I was so upset and so hurt, because she knew about what I went through previously. And it was only about 5 to 6 months before we started talking. Like, the relationship that I was in was just so unhealthy. You can have that. I'm cool. I'm good. The relationship that I was in was just so unhealthy, and it was just so, like, not good for me. So toxic. But yeah, that's another story time. Maybe one of the next videos when Tasha's not home, I'll sit down and talk about that, because I'm not emotionally attached to that story anymore. So I just don't give. I can't curse on here. I just don't care. As long as it's okay with Tasha, I'll talk over it and, you know, talk over what I'm gonna say and things like that. As long as she's comfortable, it's all out of respect, and maybe I'll do that video. But yeah, she basically like just broke down to me. She was just like, I'm not doing okay. This is not okay. You know, I miss him. This wasn't supposed to happen. She was just in doubt. Like, she was really unstable. So me being me, instead of like, you know, just like downing her or, you know, just effing with her head even more than it already is, I was there for her. I was like, do you need anything? Do the family need anything? You know, whether it's financially or whether it's just support. I'm like, I will come to the funeral with you. Like, do you want me there? Things like that. And she thought I was playing around, so she was just like, no, it's okay. But I was being very serious. I don't even like funerals. I'm traumatized at funerals. I don't like anything about death. I'm just not the person. Like, I didn't even go to my sister's best friend's funeral, and that was like my sister. Like, she watched me grow from Pampers up, and I just couldn't go because emotionally I just couldn't go. Like, my body wouldn't allow me to. Like, I probably would be dead if I would have went, like, literally. So, yeah. So, like, I just was checking on her every single day, making sure she's okay. asking her if she needed anything, things like that, and I guess she was seeing that. But at this time, around this time, I was not really talking. I was like friends with a girl, and we was trying to see if it was gonna go anywhere, but she wasn't crap. She wasn't nothing at all. So basically, the girl only wanted to take initiative and, you know, started putting herself out there to show me that she wanted me. Due to her noticing that me and Tasha were talking, Tasha started, well, we weren't talking, but she started tagging me on statuses and things like that. Again, basically trying to get another chance. And just like so on and so forth. And the girl wasn't about nothing that before. She was messing with other females. She was doing what she wanted to do, but she didn't want me doing anything. She was like real jealous. If I did anything, it wasn't okay. But if she did anything, it was okay. And it was like real unhealthy. She was cute. Don't get me wrong. I had a crush on her in high school. But I just thought she would never talk to somebody like me. I was like, I don't think she would talk to me. I thought her type was like skinny females, skinny short females. Like, I'm not that tall. I don't know whether I'm 5'6" or 5'7", because a lot of people that I see that state that they're 5'7", they're way taller than me. So I don't know how tall I am, but I do need to get my measurements. But yeah, it was just like I didn't think she would go for somebody like me. So basically, Tasha was on some stuff like, give me another chance. We could just be friends. You know, I want to take it slow. I don't know if it's going to go anywhere. I don't care if it goes anywhere, but I just want your friendship and things like that. And from the friendship, I don't remember what happened after that. Like, literally, it just started back right where we left off.
Yeah, honestly, I wasn't trying to be in a relationship. Like, we have a bond. Like, we was just talking about any and everything.
I'm not going to make myself throw up for drinking water and then drinking this.
You sure? Yes. So, it was just weird how it just happened. Like, all of a sudden, we was just back to where we was before. And I ain't gonna lie, like, I thought she would violate me because I started feeling for her, like, OD. So I'm like, she probably gonna try to do what I did to her. And I'm like, damn, this is gonna hurt. Like, honestly, like, because I never really
Give me one taste of your own medicine.
Like, I never in my life took well, let me not say it. I haven't took a female serious, like, at that time, you know, and forever. So it was just weird that, you know, I got to this point and I was like, she's gonna violate me. But she didn't. So where do we go from here?
So basically, we still didn't see each other after that. So we're still straight up to FaceTime, to calling each other. And this was like,
well, my girlfriend died in November. So
this was like in December, because we decided to get each other a Christmas gift. So December, we still talking all through October, November, December. We're still just talking over the phone. I'm still trying to get to see her, but she's like copying the plea. I'm thinking she like just didn't want me to know where she lived at or something like that, because I was even willing to come to Queens, and she's like, I don't want you to travel this far by yourself, babe, and blah blah blah. I think it was because her and her mother wasn't at a good standing point, and she didn't think her mother would have this shit with me being in the house. I honestly think that's what it was.
I guess because she probably knew that we were more than friends. Yeah, I had plenty of friends come over.
Okay, you're getting off topic. It's my turn to talk. So basically, yeah, so I'm just like, yo, this girl acting funny. Like, she claiming she want me back. She claiming she want to be with me. She claiming she don't want me talking to nobody else. How I have to choose between her or the girl. And now all of a sudden, when I cut this girl off, when I cut this girl off, she went off on me. Because I told her, me and Tasha was just friends, nothing more than friends. I like her. I want to get to know you, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, but you play too much games. You act like a kid, which was very true. She acted like a child. And I've always been more mature for my age. She was a year older than me, so she might be like 22 right now, and I'm 21. So I was basically like, yeah, you play way too much games. Like, you're a liar. Like, I just don't have time for it. Like, so basically, she was like, I'm giving you this option now. She texted me, because Tasha had tagged me in the status, like, we was on FaceTime all night or something like that. And she was like, dead fell asleep on the phone with Babe or something like that, or with Malika. And the girl texted me, and she was like, I need this answer right now. It's a yes or no decision, and then she was like, be wise with your decision or something like that. Like, I was on some type of game show. So I'm like, do sis know who she talking to? Like, after I got off my last relationship, I was straight on player mode. Like, I was just like, oh, I don't like you next. I don't like you next. And I'm not the type of person that's going to kiss you right away. If we got to be together in order for me to kiss you. I got to be feeling you in order for you to just touch me. I didn't want to be touched. I was really childish at that point. Don't touch me. Don't look at me. When you look at me, I'm like, why are you looking at me? Just like, I just was not with it. Like, I wasn't even playing hard to get. I was just hard to get. That was just me. I had my guard up. Like, don't look at me. Don't touch me. Why you looking at me? Don't look my way. Don't sit next to me. Like, straight up. So she was like, tell me, are you and that girl just friends, or are y'all together, or do y'all plan to be together? I was like, we're just friends. She was like, do you ever see yourself getting in a relationship with her? And I was like, I don't know, because you're playing games. And she was like, okay, since I'm playing games, I wish I still had these text messages. I would input the screenshots. She was like, okay, since I'm playing games, do you want to take it to the next level and be with me? So I didn't answer her. I did not answer her, y'all. When I said I did not answer her, I did not answer her. Like, it took me a day to answer her, and I was like, sorry, my phone died, or something like that. I was like, my phone died, and then Tasha go write that status, like, been on the phone all night with Babe, and I'm just like, oh shit. So she texted me, and she was like, you get SMD, and blah, 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 and I don't care, because you violated, and you play with my feelings. Mind you, this is the same girl that she didn't know I was on three-way. She was stating that her bed smelled just like the girl that she was with, and how she missed her, and how she left weave in her hairbrush, and she now, like, just weird stuff. And I'm just like, you gotta be kidding me. Like, you gotta be kidding me. Because of a phone call, you had a girl in your bed, and you had intercourse with a girl in your bed, and you talking about me, and we just started talking. No, sis, I'm not cutting it. I don't play those type of games. Like, I never had nothing in all my life, and you think I'm gonna start now? No, thank you. So she straight up just cut me off, blocked my number, all that. Like, didn't want to have nothing to do with me, and I was fine with that. Like, I didn't need an unhealthy relationship again. I just didn't need it in my life. I went through too much within me being so young. I think I was like 15 through 16. It was just like, it was too much, like, for me to be going through that young. I started going into the depression phase and all that bullcrap over some girl that was not nothing that I was taking care of. Like, don't mess with Spanish girls, y'all. Now, let me not say that, because there's some really nice Spanish girls, but that was my worst experience in the world. Never again. Well, of course, never again, but never again. So yeah, you can continue from here. So basically, where do we go after we officially started talking?
Well,
This is in ending of November.
Well, we bought each other Christmas gifts, like she said. We didn't get to see, because Christmas is obviously December 25th. We didn't see each other until January 2nd, which is her sister's birthday. So our little sister was having a little get together at her friend Brandy's house or whatever. So I came. That was the first time we seen each other in God knows how long.
Ew, clean your hands.
I'm trying. Like,
You not finished eating yet?
no, I'm still hungry.
I'm
So,
dead.
yeah, that was January. I went all out. Like, I didn't know like too much about her, so I didn't get like, you know, nothing too crazy. But
I'm gonna tell y'all what she got me. She got me some Michael Kors earrings, some Michael Kors stud earrings. No, it was one pair at this time.
Oh.
You got me the second pair for
It was
something.
Studs,
No, you just got me the second. No, it was one pair of studs, and then the second time you got me, because we had matching ones.
Mm-hmm.
And then the second time you got me, I don't think it was a holiday. I think she got me a just because gift, and she got me some hoops that I wore one time, and somebody stole it out of the house, and she thought I did something with it. I swear to God, somebody stole it out of the house. And Michael Kors, if everybody knows Michael Kors, you pay so much money just for it not to be real gold or silver, so I couldn't have did nothing with it. And I love those earrings, and I didn't want to wear them. Had them there with my MAC gift card, along with my Michael Kors earrings, and my MAC gift card and Michael Kors earrings disappeared out of the house. Anyway.
There was some lip glosses too, I thought.
You bought me some MAC lip glosses, the lip gloss limited edition set.
So I knew she liked makeup, so I didn't know nothing about makeup. So what I did was I got her gift card, and the lady, you know, conned me into getting these lip glosses that was new.
It was Stilla lip glosses. I don't know if y'all remember when Sephora used to carry Stilla, Stilla. They were so cute. It was like in a circle round. I remember it. It was like in a circle round cylinder, and it had like 15 different lip glosses in it, or maybe 16.
So I got her that. You know, I bought her some stuff, and she bought me some LeBrons
that I paid almost $200 for that she didn't even like. Mind you, I was not working. I was broke until I was 17 years old. And I went out of my way and spent my monthly income to get her some sneakers that she wore one time to play ball. Mind you, she was chatting how she played ball. Mind you, she was already into retirement. She wasn't playing ball no longer. How she played ball and how she stayed hooping. She was just like talking out of the side. Like, you look like you got no neck and camera.
First of all,
How she was no. How she
said
was.
it was my turn too.
No, it's my turn now. Me turn. I turn. So I was like, you know what? So I was saving. I was like, I know from the ending of November into December, I'm saving. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to buy my Metro card, do this, do that. Because at this time, I don't think I was no longer in school. I don't remember. I was no longer in school. So basically, I was just like not with it. So I went into the store. They had no heat. Like everything was old. Everything was Adidas. No Jordans really. No new releases in Jordans. No. So I went out of my way, and then I seen these was it LeBrons? I seen these LeBrons that just came out. Y'all know LeBrons when they first came out, they were not cheap.
They still are.
They were like $180, and then in New York you have taxes, so they were close to $200. They were like $195 or $196 or something like that. So I'm like, you know what?
My only thing about the sneakers, it was bulky. You can't just wear jeans or something with it. So I played ball in them. Like, the hell. Like, it's not a problem. Like, it wasn't like some
$96.
It wasn't everyday sneakers. But anyway, so that's what she got me. And then, we was having fun for her sister's birthday. And then she was just like, you want to stay the night? Meanwhile, I work early mornings at this time.
Don't go into too much detail about why you didn't stay the night.
I work early mornings, and I live all the way in Queens. Like, we was in, I don't even know what part of Brooklyn.
It was in Bed-Stuy.
So it was just like, it was far. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna just go home. I gotta be at work in the morning. It was no problem with that. Like, this was now January. And then, we were seeing each other more often because, I went to school in Manhattan, in the city, John Jay. So, and she was in Brooklyn, so I used to just come after school, and stay, see her after school, whatever. It was no problem. Like, it was just, like, we was getting closer. We were seeing each other more often. And then in February 12th. No, it was February 11th, late at night. I think it was after midnight, so February 12th. It wasn't after
midnight. It was like 11:30.
Anyway, my sister's birthday is February 11th, so I didn't want my anniversary to be on her birthday. So
how you knew it was gonna last or not?
I was like, you know what? We're gonna make it February 12th. So our anniversary is February 11th/12th. We celebrate February 12th. That's all that matters. So,
because she lied to me and tried to calm me, but then when I remember the dates, I was like, this is February 11th.
It's okay. Our anniversary is February. So, and then Valentine's Day is February 14th. So she was having a Valentine's Day get together. So that was our first Valentine's Day together. So it was, I went so much out of my way to get these edible arrangements. It was just a headache. So anyway, she had to get together.
Wait, then you gotta say what you got.
Oh.
So she got me some edible arrangements, and then she got me a promise ring, y'all. Mind you, I mean, we was talking for like a little over a half a year before we actually started dating. We were probably talking for about 7-8 months, no lie.
Yeah. My reasoning for getting her the promise ring.
We were talking for 10 months before we started dating. Almost a year. Oh wow.
It wasn't like, you know how people get promise rings, it's because, y'all been dating a while, it's the step before engagement. It wasn't my reasoning for giving her the promise ring. My reason was, because I told her, I didn't want a relationship, I didn't want none of that. This was just showing her, I'm changed, I learned, I promised that, I'm not going to do the same thing I did before. So I had to make sure that she understood that. So I wrote that in a card, this is just me telling you, I promise I'm not going to be the same person.
Listen to the way she gave me the promise ring, y'all. She was supposed to be going to the liquor store, right? She couldn't wait until she got back from the liquor store. I was in the bathroom because one of my little sister friends was throwing up in my tub all over my makeup because she knocked my makeup down from in the bathroom. She hands me a box inside of a little baggie, and then she dips.
Yeah,
so everybody like, ooh, I'm like, where did she go?
I was the only one in this whole house over 21. So I was the only one who could go to the liquor store. But anyway, that's besides the point.
No, because she was.
Yeah, we were together. But I'm saying, for the people that she knew.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, that you knew. So anyway, went to the liquor store, I came back, and everybody was like, oh, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, I don't know. It was just awkward. Because we were still, getting used to each other. Like, we both was just shy as hell.
In person.
So, I think that's when we had our first real kiss. Like, it was freaking,
Yo,
people put it all over Facebook. I'm like,
y'all, this house, like, was a hot
it was
mess.
It was food everywhere, people everywhere. Like,
It was food everywhere, people everywhere. I'm not
Cake
afraid of
everywhere.
the struggle. In New York, there's a lot of roaches. There was there was cakes, like there was cake everywhere. We made like red velvet cake or whatever, and people were like eating it, but leaving their plates all over the place. So it was like cake all over the floor. I think we have a picture. Maybe we can try to insert the picture. Like on my boot, there was like cake on my
and I had
arms.
brand new huaraches, white huaraches.
Like,
I was
cake
like,
all
I took off
over
my shoe. I
it.
was walking in my socks.
But it was
like,
cake all over your shoe still.
Yeah,
I had cake in my hair. There was cake in the room. There was cake everywhere. So in that picture, I think you can see the cake that was like on my boot. Like it was everywhere, red icing. So what happened after that?
So we was
We
together
moved pretty quickly after this.
Yeah, after that it was just like we were seeing each other like every freaking day. It seemed like.
Then I started kidnapping her. I would hide her shoes, or I would hide her book bag.
I would come
for her
to
to spend the night
with nothing, just my book bag. I always carry a pair of boxes. I don't know why, but I would just have nothing. So
she was afraid of peeing herself, y'all.
I did have a bad bladder, but she would just be like, "Oh no, you're not going nowhere." And her mom over there looking at me like I'm crazy.
My mom was not with it, y'all. My mom used to be like, my mom liked Tasha, but she just still wasn't with it. Because that's another story when how I came out and how Tasha came out, things like that. We tried making the video in the past and it failed. It was like 3 hours long. But this one we're going to try to plan it out, make it short and sweet. But my mom just was not with it. She was just like, I don't know what you think this is. And she not staying. What time she going home? And then I'll go back in the room and they come back out, Malika, Mama was triggered. What time she going home? Malika, I asked you what time she going home. You ain't had the girl outside so late and blah blah blah.
So I used to get my stuff and just leave at that. At the beginning. But eventually, her mom was just like, oh, she used to tell me to go home, but she didn't really mean it. She meant it, but she was joking. She meant it, but she was joking at the same time. But I was just like, I live here, like I had clothes here, like. I had mail coming in at some point. I was just like, I live here. So that's when it finally got comfortable. Like, we see each other like all the time. And then, what happens after that?
We was together for, what did we do for our first year anniversary?
Oh, no, we went to Atlantic City with AJ.
Oh, yeah. So after our first year anniversary, we moved out together a little after that. I think it was like in April. Around tax time, y'all. I got my little taxes. I was feeling myself. I was finally 18. No, I wasn't even 18 yet. So we moved out together. I moved out at 17, y'all. Moved out of the house at 17. 17, y'all. So we started renting a room with one of my high school friends' moms. I'm not even going to disrespect it. It was just a really bad experience. Made me just want to move back home and never move out ever again. That completely changed my mind about everything. We went through a struggle, y'all. But that's going to be a whole nother story time, too. The struggle we went through and basically the things we went through. Girl, I know what it feels like to sleep on the floor. I've been there, done that. I came from nothing. And I'm not saying I'm up there now, but we pretty well off for our ages. So,
But we missed a big part, but it's what? The whole week we spent together. In July.
Oh, so
it's past there already. It's fine.
No, was it? No, it was Brady's 18th birthday.
That was when I was still living with my parents, though.
Oh yeah.
Anyway, it was a week,
in July.
Our birthdays were in July. It was 4th of July, or whatever.
It was July 1st.
My parents went on a cruise. She stayed from.
It was July 1st. Brady's birthday's on the.
Yeah, but it was the 4th of July. It was after Brady's birthday.
Oh yeah.
So that was the first time and this she stayed the whole week.
No, let's chop it up. Say details.
All right, so we gonna just forget the
rest
of the story.
The way it worked, right? This is gonna be the ending part, basically just telling, because everything else is basically we explained that in the last video, I believe, how we basically moved in and where we came from and her sister's house and things like that. We already explained that. If you guys didn't see the last video, it was the baby food challenge. The baby food challenge. At the end of the baby food challenge, we had a story time that we talked about all of that. But basically, it was my friend's birthday. She was having a hotel party, so I invited Tasha. So it was me, my friend, Tasha, my little sister, things like that. But I was never into males. I was a full-on lesbian, so I was just really uncomfortable because my friend had a whole bunch of males in there, and basically I wasn't with it. At this time, my little sister didn't really know what she wanted and things like that, so she stayed. But she wasn't messing with no male. She was staying herself. But she stayed just because she stayed with my friend. Her and my friend were really close. That was basically that's like my sister. So, Tasha is like, pack a bag before this party even came. She's like, pack a bag because you're coming home with me. And I'm like, oh no, she gonna try to get me. You know, I'm young. I'm like, I'm like, I'm not going. I'm like, my mother is not gonna have that. So I lied to my mother. I was like, Ma, I'm going to Brandy thing, okay? And she was like, all right. I'm like, I don't know if we're coming home because we're gonna stay with Brandy. So then after that, when I got to Queens, we spent the night. The first night, mad awkward. Her house was like really nice, but when I first walked in, it was just like her brother was having a G to G. He had females everywhere, males everywhere. Mind you, her parents have a really, really nice house, well put together, really clean, like real organized.
You can smell bleach walking in.
Like that literally.
Day, my brother had people everywhere.
So I was looking around, stepping over people that was laying on the floor drunk. I'm like, is your house always like this?
I was like, no, like I've never seen my brother. You know, my brother's usually to himself, but he had everybody over. But yeah, so that was the first night. The second night
was 4th of July.
4th of July.
We went to back to Red Hook to go get my sister, and I had to tell my mother where I was at. So I was like, I bribed my mother with my little sister. So I'm like, Mommy, I'm gonna take Momo with me. We're going back to Tasha's house. So she was like, oh, I know you was at she house. You was lying to me and blah, blah, blah. She wasn't even mad. She was happy to get us out of the way because my mother wanted to go out and she didn't want to have to worry about us in the house. So
we were supposed to go to one of my Facebook friends' party.
No, it was my Facebook friend party. It was Cece.
I had her on Facebook too.
So we had
her on Facebook where she invited me to her barbecue, it happened to be a block away from my mom's house.
Long story short, we got there too late and everybody had already left because a fight broke out, so we had to walk all the way back home.
So we was walking back to my house, and 4th of July was already late, and I was working at the airport. I had to be to work at like 4 o'clock in the morning. I ended up not going.
No, you did go.
No, I didn't. Not that night. So that was basically the night I was just like, oh, I'm not gonna go. So that was the first night that we actually had sex. Like, it was so awkward, but it wasn't awkward at the same time.
It wasn't even sex.
It wasn't sex. I just.
Y'all know.
I just went, yeah. She didn't do nothing, but she was still,
I was like really tempted. I didn't know whether I should or not because we were still trying to learn each other and learn each other's body. I didn't know what she was comfortable with.
She used to throw me hints like, trying to figure out if I was to touch me or not. And for a long, long time in my life, I was, but I was like, no, I'm not. So the first night she didn't do nothing. The second night after I came home from work and all that stuff, I don't know if we did anything. We was just chilling in the house. I cooked. I can't cook.
Oh, she had no seasoning on her chicken, yo.
So I cooked. We was chilling, watching movies, and then we had sex, if you know what I'm talking about. And I was just like, I didn't know a film could do all this. Like, I was just like in shock. But
and she went and told AJ everything, which is her
bro. Yeah, I tell my best friend everything. So I told her, she was like, yo, I knew it.
How they knew? I don't know.
I was like, look like a freak or whatever. So I was just like, yeah, like
we're gonna have to find some way to put this 18 plus.
Yeah. And then, from there it was just like, no stopping us. After this not too long, we have our own place. Like, we was just going at it like freaking 16-year-olds for the first time. Like, and then at least, it was just like, what could we do next? Like, we moved out. Like, we was always the type of people that wanted to do bigger and better.
So long story short, we moved back home with my mom and my sister. Wound up getting engaged. Yo, we don't have an engagement story, really. Our engagement went, like, we went shopping downtown Brooklyn. If anybody's from New York, you know where downtown Brooklyn is at.
It's still gonna be like an
hour. And basically, she left me. I was inside of a shoe store searching for shoes. And she left me in a hurry. Mind you, I had been already seen a text between her and her best friend, basically asking her which ring she should get me.
That's what she get for snooping.
And all this bullcrap. So I'm like, I already got a promise from her. I already know what's coming. So she left me, y'all. Left me when my phone was dead. No phone, no nothing.
I was like, this is the perfect time.
No, it was not. My phone was dead. I was just going to buy some shoes. That was it.
I was like, I know she's not going to leave the store because her phone is dead. so I'll know where to come back to her.
So I'm waiting outside. Mind you, it's cold. Like, it's freezing.
She was pissed.
So I was so mad. I was like, you gotta be effing like, I was just mad. Like, I was like, you gotta be kidding me. Got me standing outside like I'm some bum, no phone, no nothing. I should have left you. Like,
because the only reason is I went beforehand and I knew what ring I wanted. So I was just going to actually put the, basically pay for it. But when I went there, the ring didn't have it. So I was like, dang, like now I have to improvise. I was looking at, I was just didn't know what to get. So it took some time, whatever.
but yeah. So then basically we get home and she's like, I got a present. I think it was like a few days from Christmas.
Yeah, it was like the 22nd, 23rd.
It was a few days from Christmas. Yeah, it was really, really close to Christmas. And she's like, I got you a surprise. But if I give it to you right now, you're not going to be happy with it because you can't use it right now, so it's not useful. She's like, if you wait, I could take it back tomorrow, then you'll be able to get it. So me being nosy, I'm like, let me see.
I was like, you're gonna be pissed if you see it because it's not the way I planned it. Like I was like, oh, let's go to dinner. Like I was planning everything. She's the type of, I don't want to go out. Let's just stay in the house.
I'm a money saver. I'm really smart with bargaining, and I'm just not a big person because I'm really picky when it comes to outside food. I don't like a lot of places. I'm just like, I'd rather cook at home and us like pop some popcorn and snack and play games in the house or watch TV.
She messed up the experience. I'm gonna be real, but it's gonna be a part.
No,
two.
I did not.
It's gonna be a part 2, so don't even stress it.
So anyway, basically, she got on one knee and in the bathroom. Did I mention that we was in the bathroom?
First,
I was sitting on the toilet. I was doing something. I think I was like doing my hair. Look at Majesty peeking his head out. But I was doing my hair. And then she comes to the bathroom side. She tells me to sit on the toilet. And mind you, my mom is in the living room. My mom don't know none of this is happening. Nobody knows none of this is happening. So she whispering. And basically she's like, Malik, you know I love you, right? And she's like, we've been together for blah, blah, blah years. And she's like, I just think that the timing is perfect. And I know from here we're going to do nothing but rock. And her little speech was cute or whatever. And she's like, you're all I'm jacking. And I love you or whatever. And she's like, will you marry me? So I was in shock. I was just like, she thought I was just like emotionalist, like just like literally just sitting there like nothing. And I was just like stuck. And I'm like, I knew it. So she gets up and leave out of the back because my mother's like, Buddy, come on, anyway. Like she was mad nosy. I got to feel she knew. She's like, what all you doing? The ice cream truck just got to mess up my grind, right? What time is it? Why is the ice cream truck outside?
Yeah, 52 minutes.
But anyway, she's like, so she gets up and she leaves out of the bathroom. I start crying. So, basically, I think we get in the shower or whatever, and then we're talking about this, everybody sleeps, so we're whispering. And basically, she's like, you don't like it? What's wrong? And I'm like, what are you talking about? And she's like, you didn't say much. And I'm like, what are you talking about? But at this time, I'm still shy. Like, it took me a while to break out of that shyness. And still to this moment, I still have certain shy areas, but not that much. I just annoy the crap out of her on purpose. But like my form of showing affection and being fun was play fighting, and if I had to kiss her, I had to slap her then kiss her, or just little dumb things like that I would do. Like I no longer do it no more. I just don't care. But yeah, she thought I just didn't care, or she thought I didn't like it, but that wasn't the case. But what else did we have to add on that? Oh, and then me meeting her mother would be another story time. Me meeting her family, y'all. Me meeting her family. My family was so accepting. We done dressed her up. We done had fun, turned up. My mom cooked. My mom started cooking special meals for this girl just because she didn't eat nothing but white meat, y'all. Like, my family was so accepting. I get to her house. Her sister, her brother and stuff was cool. They stayed to themselves, but they was cool. Her mom did not like me. But anyway, that's another story time.
Old school, but that is another story
But anyway, y'all. Thank you so much for watching this mukbang. This seafood smell is starting to make me sick, so it's time to go wash up these dishes and call it a night.
Sorry for the all-around story, just all over the place.
Our story times are never planned. Like, literally, whatever comes to our mind, that's what we say. It's not planned. If y'all want us to start planning it, we can. But I just think it's more fun when you actually see the reality of it. But until next time, L&M Nation, don't forget to
like, comment, subscribe,
and make sure and hit that bell notification down at the bottom so that you can get alerts when we upload a new video. And then until next time, peace.